Good day, CrimeTalk aficionados. It's Friday, February 11th, 2022, and this is the docket. First, Lori Vallow has a status conference today. Will she attend? Second, an odd situation in Arizona. Next, we have a situation where, do you want this guy driving your kids to school? Cyberbullying taken to a whole new level. Do Wordle. It could save your life. New twist on Valentine's Day, and then our dumb criminal of the day. Let's talk about it. Good day, Crime Talk aficionados. It is Friday, February 11th, 2022. Before we get to the docket, you know the drill. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit that like button. Hit that little bell so you receive notifications. Remember, you can always follow us on any of your favorite podcasting apps. Let's get to the docket today. First, Lori Vallow has a hearing scheduled today regarding competency. The hearing will be closed to the public, so no one will be able to know exactly what's going on. But Judge Boyce reviewed Lori Vallow's competency status back in September of 2021, and another competency status was due 180 days after that status hearing. So 180 days from the hearing is in September, would be right around March 22nd. Now, Lori Vallow has been at the state mental hospital since June of 2021 after mental health professionals stated that she was not mentally competent to proceed. And given the fact that there were updates and Miss Lori Vallow has not been returned to the local detention center to be held awaiting trial, is a clear indication that she is still not competent. I am a little skeptical at all that she will be restored to competency ever. I think she may never join us. And even if she does get to the state of mental competency again, it's still probably going to require another trip back to the mental hospital. There are a lot of smart people at the mental hospital there. They know when somebody is malingering or feigning mental illness, and it would appear as though she is not. Now, the one thing you have to admit, this case has gotten a little boring since Mark Means has been gone. He was a train wreck for sure, a hot mess, but at least he kept the entertainment coming. Ms. Vallow's new attorney, Mr. Archibald, is certainly keeping things much more professional. Next on the docket, a very odd situation in Arizona. Listen to this. 9 Phoenix police officers were shot and wounded at a home early Friday morning, including 4 injured by gunfire after being lured into a trap while attempting to rescue a baby during a 5-hour armed standoff. Now, video taken at the scene shows the man emerging from this home with the baby, then placing the baby on the ground and then walking backwards towards police with his hands in the air. When the officers rushed the house to get the baby, more gunfire is heard in the house, hitting some of the police officers. Now, the standoff was resolved at about 7 a.m. this morning after police deployed a flash bang and SWAT officers breached the house. Police Chief Jerry Williams said 4 of the wounded officers were recovering, while a 5th was seriously hurt but is on the road to recovery. Now, during a press conference, the police say there is no evidence that suggests the man who carried the baby outside was part of the ambush or not. Police eventually found the gunman inside, who died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The man's name has not been yet released. Police discovered a woman inside the home as well who was critically injured. Weird, unfortunate situation all around. Next on the docket, do you want this guy driving your kids to school? Well, take a look at Mark McNeil. A 60-year-old school bus driver in Florida was arrested this week after allegedly driving a bus with 40 children in it, while 4 times over the legal limit. The Flagler County Sheriff's Office said McNeil himself called in a medical emergency while driving. The Sheriff's Office also reported a coworker reported McNeil for smelling like an odor of an unknown alcohol beverage. The supervisor told police that McNeil fell to the ground when exiting the bus while stating he could not breathe. This is all according to the arrest affidavit. Thankfully, no one was hurt, said the sheriff, Rick Staley, saying that he commends the employee who reported McNeil to the school officials. Now, McNeil reportedly tried to flee, once taken to a nearby hospital before being arrested. In a video of his arrest, McNeil is seen yelling, "Do not hit me," while officers were cuffing him. Mr. McNeil was charged with driving under the influence with passengers under the age of 18, resisting an officer without violence, as well as one charge of child neglect. He could get up to 39 other counts of child neglect, one for each child on the bus at the time of the incident. You just never know who's out there driving your kids around, ladies and gentlemen. You never know who's in there teaching them. Better check them out. Please go to crimetalksearch.com, sign up for a background subscription service. You'll be happy you did. If there's anyone out there you were ever curious about what was in their background, now is the time to do it. If you're going to get involved with somebody, now is the time to do it. When you go to crimetalksearch.com, you put in the name, literally millions of public records are searched, and a report is generated. And it's going to give you a report. If they have multiple social media accounts, you're going to find it. If they have multiple phone numbers, multiple email addresses, it's going to be found. And more importantly, you're going to get information regarding criminal history. Hopefully the person you're searching has none whatsoever. But if it's there, it's going to be found. You're going to get everything you'd want to know, whether you're going into business or whether you're going into a personal relationship. You're going to be able to find out the information you want to know. So go to crimetalksearch.com, sign up today. You'll be happy you did. Okay, next on the docket, a story of cybercrime taking it to a whole new level. So Nia Wims, a 7th grader at a charter school in Pembroke Pines, Florida, was arrested and accused of making threats against other students and staff. She was detained and placed in a juvenile detention center for 2 weeks before it was revealed that she had been framed by another student. Staff at the charter school discovered bomb threats and other messages that were posted on Instagram. The threats were so serious that the school was placed on code yellow, meaning that there is no immediate danger within the building or on the campus, but a situation has arisen requiring all students and all staff to stay in the classrooms. Nia's family did not cooperate with investigators, so the police decided to go ahead and arrest Nia. Right? Makes sense. Let's just arrest somebody. So police defending their action, saying it was determined that probable cause existed to arrest Nia. They note that so that they are excused of liability due to available evidence as well as multiple witness statements. 3 months later, Nia's family is now helping the police with their investigation and obtained a subpoena for the IP address associated with the threatening messages. Nia's mother said that there had been a thorough investigation into what she believes may be a lifelong trauma for her daughter. A month after Nia's arrest, the police discovered that a fellow classmate, a 12-year-old, had used Nia's information to create an email address and several Instagram accounts under her name. Then she fired off several threats via the Instagram accounts to her classmates. The 12-year-old also allegedly sent one to herself to keep up the lie. Charges against the teenager were dropped during the court hearing on January 28th, and during the hearing, the judge could be heard apologizing to Nia for what she has endured. Your case is being dropped today. The judge said, "Do you have any questions?" "No." "Good luck. I'm really sorry you went through this," according to the judge. "It's okay," was Nia's response. The 12-year-old girl believed to be behind the threats has now been charged with written threats to kill or do bodily harm, falsifying a police report, penalty for disruption of an educational institution, and criminal use of personal information. I think this is kind of a thing going on with teenagers. We had a very similar situation where a kid was accused of threatening a school, and it was turned out that somebody else had in fact done it after they'd accused our client and seized their phone, and ultimately were able to determine that it wasn't them. So be careful who you share your password information with, ladies and gentlemen. You have no idea what they're going to do with it. Next, do Wordle. It could save your life. So Denise Holt was awoken in her home in Illinois by a bleeding naked man standing by her bed with a pair of scissors. Now, according to the 80-year-old woman, the man dragged her around the house, forced her to take a bath with him, then barricaded her in the bathroom in her basement without medications, food, or heat, and she thought that she was going to die. She spent 17 hours locked in the bathroom trying to keep herself active and warm. She was determined to not have her children receive news that her mother was murdered. Now, Denise's daughter Meredith Holt Caldwell lives over 2,000 miles away in Seattle, but grew concerned that her mother had not sent her daily score from Wordle, the popular word puzzle. Holt's daughter called for a wellness check on her mother, which turned into an hour-long standoff with the man who's now been identified as 32-year-old James Davis III. Police arrested and charged him with home invasion with a dangerous weapon, aggravated kidnapping while armed with a dangerous weapon, and aggravated assault against a police officer. Now, Miss Holt said that she really thought she was not going to make it out alive, and she believes that she was thanking her for all of her lucky blessings. Guess all those years of living right paid off. Do Wordle, it could save your life. Now, here's a new twist on Valentine's Day. Several police departments are encouraging people to reject romantic traditions this Valentine's Day and instead turn in your ex that has wronged you. That's right. The campaign encourages people to turn in their ex who may have outstanding warrants or who may have drugs in their car. Anyone that comes forward with a tip that leads to an arrest could lead to some pretty interesting prizes, so to speak, including a set of limited edition platinum bracelets, free transportation with a chauffeur, a one-night minimum stay in the luxurious accommodations, and a professional glamour shot that will be posted online for all to enjoy. Port Orange, Florida, Lake Arthur, Louisiana, and Rockmart, Georgia are all participating in the Turn In Your Ex campaign. Some critics say this campaign might lead to false information as part of a revenge scheme from bitter exes. Well, it could, but as most divorce attorneys will tell you during your divorce and when bad things are happening or they're asking for ridiculous amounts of money, what do they say? Hey, you married them. That's right. We'll be curious to see if anyone follows through on that tempting offer. Next on the docket, our dumb criminal of the day, as well as a quick recap. And it was a busy week, so we didn't get to do dumb criminals in the early part of the week. So Wednesday, we had police officers pulled over Chris Singleton and asked him if he had any drugs in his car, to which he responded, yes, he had some vape. Police searched Singleton's truck and found marijuana along with 3 grams of mushrooms. Singleton admitted that he saw them in a show on Netflix and simply wanted to try them. Thursday, Eugene Bingham drunkenly yelled at people claiming he was Mick Jagger at a restaurant in Naples, Florida, and then got up on the stage while the band was playing. Bingham was located in a nearby park where he was so drunk he had fallen over to the ground and tried to threaten Naples police officers. Bingham topped off the night by vomiting in the back of the police car. I mean, that just says an adventure that you can tell all your friends, right? What do they say? Of course he had to be drinking. No good story ever started with, so I was eating this salad, right? So we were out drinking, and next thing you know, I'm on stage and I'm puking in the back of a police car. You can't beat that. And today, please meet John Logan, a 49-year-old 911 dispatcher, hid a small camera inside a urinal at a Pennsylvania police precinct and captured cops in various stages of undress with exposed genitals. And officers found the camera in the restroom and said the camera was wrapped in a white sheath to match the urinal, and the outer portion of the lens was also painted white. When the officers told the rest of the precincts about the camera, Logan abruptly announced that he needed to use the restroom immediately. He locked himself in the single occupancy bathroom, and when the officers went in after him, they noticed the SD card was now missing. Officers asked Logan why he would touch the camera without a glove, and Logan agreed that was stupid. Logan's house was searched and found a camera identical to the one found in the urinal and flash drives with dozens of videos of police officers using the bathroom. Logan was arrested and charged with evidence tampering and 3 counts of evasion of privacy. Are you really safe anywhere, ladies and gentlemen? Either way, police officers hiding cameras in a bathroom. That's right. You are our dumb criminal of the day. Congratulations, Mr. Logan. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Crime Talk.